There we are. How y'all doing, folks? It is I, your friendly neighborhood Stately. Extreme close-up! Whoa! How y'all doing today? It is 6 o'clock, so let's play some Minecraft. I was just parking here. This isn't my build or anything. We're going to go ahead and finish off our dispenser today. It already works. See? And people have been throwing junk in it, because of course they have. World's full of assholes. What are you going to do? But we can just throw most of this out, and we'll let it despawn. No big deal. Throw these back. So there's one other thing that I still need to do here. Right now, this thing dispenses 14 pearls instead of a stack, and the way to fix that is to add one more repeater here and just move everything back a block. That won't take long to do, should be fairly straightforward. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. Noble, Diamond King, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Yeah, I know. I'm always an enthusiast. I mean an optimist. The eternal optimist, that's me. Famous last words, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But seriously, this... Well, I should probably just shut up in case I'm actually wrong. That way I can say I knew it all along and it was never going to work and I told you so. Stop jinxing it, exactly. But that should actually do it, so let's check here. That stuff still hasn't despawned. Still only 7 though. So that's not ideal. We want a stack, and 13. I think some of them might have fallen back into that. So each one of these should lengthen the pulse by 1. But maybe we don't need to delay it farther. Let's check. Glowstone should regenerate in the nether. Y'all heard that, right? That was 7. Which is odd. And I do have 60 in my inventory now, but that's probably not a good indication of what's going on. Yeah, there's plenty of nether left. You absolutely don't need regenerating stuff in the nether. It's never really gonna run out. It's gonna get harder. I mean, as the game progresses, it always gets harder. Ruben, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Remember, guys, we are still doing our drawing for a copy of Fallout New Vegas. So if you want a chance to win that, go ahead and redeem your raffle tickets. Ever heard of not cheating? I have no idea where that came from. Why is it only doing 7? I expanded the pulse. It should be dropping 8 now. It's not infinite, but you're not going to run out of frickin' nether wart. I mean, did I see the picture you put on Discord? Do you have your wand? No, that was Noble. I'm not sure what I'm looking at a picture of. It looks like some kind of build. Is it something you're working on? So, the start of something, yes, but the start of what? No need to be petty, Noble. I'm gonna go make it daytime. Daytime is best time. It's a surprise. Alright, well, I'll take your word for it. I look forward to seeing what it ends up being. So, y'all have heard the news, right? Dinnerbone says there might be a 113 snapshot as early as tomorrow. Which is what I get as punishment for saying yesterday that there's no sign of 113 and it probably will be a little while. Karma, man. Or, at the very least, bad predictive abilities. There's not really too much to be excited about with regards to 113 for the average end user, because almost everything, as far as I can tell, that's planned for 113 is kind of behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to take a quick moment here to put something else up. I'm going to do this quay here real quick. K key. I never know how to pronounce that. And that might go away at some point, but this seems to me to look better. Can I add portal heads to the 113 server? Well, so on Tribal, I solved the portal issue by basically rewriting the portal generation code. And it works. It works just fine. The only problem is it requires players to well, it requires the portals to be very precise in their placement. So if I place a portal at 800 by 800 in the overworld, it will always end up at exactly 100 by 100 in the nether. And that's kind of okay for Tribal, but on a build server, on a PvE server, there's a non-zero chance that the portals could end up overwriting existing things, and that is potentially an issue. That said, it's not necessarily an unsolvable issue. I could, you know, check if there's a region there, see if it's protected. And it's still just 7. No? Alright, let's try again. I have no portals in my inventory. No pearls in my inventory right now. And now I have, yeah, 14. So somehow extending that chain didn't make the pulse longer. Which is odd, because each of these should lengthen the pulse by 1. And delaying the pulse, making the pulse just take longer to get there, doesn't seem to do anything. That's odd. So what do we got? What else can we do to lengthen pulses here to cause this to actually work properly? Or we can just give you 14 pearls and say, to hell with it. Because, you know, after a while I just lose interest. But I feel like I'm missing something. And I'm not entirely clear what that something is. It's not a fluke. That was definitely 7 clicks, and I definitely have 14 pearls. That is strange. I mean, lengthening the pulse should work, right? This is not rocket science or anything. Let me just show you what I mean. If I make this slower, it'll take longer to work, but it'll still only pulse 7 times. See? But each additional repeater should lengthen the pulse by 1, and it doesn't seem to be doing that. So what we can do, I think, is yes, the button sends a pulse for a limited duration, but in theory, each repeater lengthens the pulse by 1 tick, in addition to potentially delaying it. Still just 7. Add another dispenser, yeah, but you can't divide 16 by 3, so I would still not be able to get 16 16 pearls out of it. If I did that, I'd be able to get 15, which is better than 14, but, you know. Not significant. Okay, that's weird. Let me just, I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm not going to get hung up on this. If I can't get it to spit out 16, I'll set it up to spit out 14 and we'll call it a day. See, just 1 still does 7, so I'm clearly not lengthening the pulse here. I jinxed it. Yep, I absolutely jinxed it. Maybe we can do... you know, nothing's ever fairly straightforward when it comes to me and redstone. It all seems like it should be straightforward, but it never ever is. Also, I can't work out how to get into that corner and place this again. Because, you know, standing on it doesn't work. I can probably just pop down a block here. There. And then we should be able to just put that down like that. So what I'm thinking is maybe we run a line in parallel. But there's not really room. Poop. Ah, poop. I did it again. I didn't leave myself enough room to do what I'm trying to do. So... 7. And if I were to take all of this out, I guess it would still be 7, which kind of mystifies me. I'm wondering now if the behavior of redstone has changed somewhere along the line, and repeaters no longer lengthen pulses. Wait, those were 2 stacks of 6. No, there's a few more here. That's why there were 2 stacks of 16. That was just what I picked up. So in theory, I don't need any of those repeaters, and I'd still get the exact same result. Right, 14 of them. Yep. Well, that gives me a little bit of freedom. I guess they do just delay the pulse. At one point, they delayed the pulse and extended it by 1, but that does not seem to be the case anymore. So be it. So what we need to do is we need to run a signal next to a repeater, and then run the repeater on a delay, and that will extend the signal. But I don't currently have enough space to run that into the back of this, because if I put a repeater here, I can't get the redstone around it, and if I put a repeater here, I can't feed the redstone into this. Unless... maybe I could feed it into the side if I lowered this. Let's try this just for funsies. So we lower this just to get it out of the way, like so. That will make no difference in the actual working of this thing. And then here we run redstone down and into the block underneath this. Does that make any sense at all? I don't think it does, actually. First of all, that's not good. I would have to go here, which doesn't help because, okay, so that's not going to fly. Why do rails have to be so expensive? Rails, really? I've never thought of rails as being expensive. I mean, the problem I always have is the powered rails. Getting enough gold for the powered rails is always a challenge, but regular rails? Never really had an issue with that. Hey, Flyboy, welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, but everybody has farms by now, right? That's not really extraordinary. All right, I'm gonna experiment a little bit and see if we can somehow get this thing to actually spit out 16 instead of 14 pearls. Here would be the closest we can realistically place. No, here would be the closest we can realistically place the comparator, and here we can put down a repeater. I'm really low on iron. I used up all of my iron and some that Noble gave me putting this together. And then we have the block here with the parallel line next to it, which is the actual feed line. The stream buffering? I'm showing 0 dropped frames on my side. So, not to my knowledge, no. As far as I can tell, the stream is happy and healthy. Really? Now what? Oh, that's right. This needs to go past it for some reason. I can't claim that I fully understand the mechanics of this. It's kind of a mystery to me. I'm not sure why because it wasn't in subtraction mode. It's entirely possible that it wasn't a problem. I'm not sure why this needs to run past it. Maybe it doesn't. So let's check here. That works. That does what it's supposed to do. Noble. But it still doesn't really give us a way to extend the pulse. And largely that's because I don't have room to maneuver around these hoppers. But I do need the hoppers there. They're not really optional. I could, the redstone has done what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it's just that, you know, what it's supposed to do and what I want it to do are not necessarily the same things. What I want it to do is behave, and what it's supposed to do is, I don't know, irritate me? So that's where we stand now. Mexican standoff between myself and the redstone, yet again. I'm just trying to think about whether I have any alternatives here, both space-wise and you know, performance-wise. None of this is, theoretically at least, particularly complicated. Gee, thanks, Diamond King, for that vote of confidence. I appreciate it. What was it, Crusader Kings or something? I had a quick look at it when you posted it. The funniest TV show ever. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think is the funniest TV show ever? Thanks, DK. That's much better. Much better. Not entirely sincere, perhaps, but better. And then we need that signal line running next to it, like that. Let's see what that does. That does nothing. What the hell? How is this remaining powered? Alright, I think the problem here is maybe that shouldn't be there. Let's try this. And then we'll go underneath here and connect them together. Little extra redstone back there, but if it works, we can just remove that. Please stop. Please stop. I fixed it. I fixed it, folks. It's fixed forever now. Jesus. Okay. All right. Now we spend some time putting ender pearls back in the chest. I'm not entirely. Yeah, exactly. It's at least putting out a stack. I'm not entirely clear what's happening here, but I think this has to do with the latching behavior. So replacing one of these with that should fix it, hopefully. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys count the clicks? I'm so happy. All right, that works. And in the famous programming jargon, it compiles, ship it. The sound of it working is the best sound ever. Excellent. Rocket Rangers time. Okay. Are you the guy who gets to determine when we play Rocket Rangers now? Because, fine, you know, I don't care. Why? It takes more time to type cheer than it does to type those 3 characters. The emotes are no fun if they're not even abbreviations. It does end up being a little bit deeper than it was. Nobody uses the backslash? Really? Is the backslash like some kind of arcane magic now? Alright, and I've already decided that we're going to use some pretty blue terracotta for this. Thank you. And I guess we'll also use some stone brick. One little thing here. This. Now, I can't put a solid block here. It'll cut this trace. And do I want to make this wider? I kind of don't want to make it wider. And I'm pretty sure that if I lower this block, it'll stop working. But let's go ahead and find out. An 8-win streak on what? Yeah. Yeah, there's something essential about this. There's something vital about the way this works. Well, there's a couple of like little cheap hacks we can do here. We can use non-solid blocks. Thank you for the stone. This will actually come in handy. I think if I put an upside down stair here, see, Oh, right, derp. Not an upside down stair, right side up stair. That doesn't block the redstone. So that should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was thinking if it was an uneven number, maybe I'd put an extra post in the middle. Need more of those. Oh, look, you're back. Just turn all of these, see what happens. Not like I'm going to run out. Are we going to stream on another server? No, I have no real plans of doing that. Why? Are there other servers I should be streaming on? I mean, the only other server that I've ever really considered streaming on is nerd.nu. Yeah. I'll just stream myself standing in the queue for hours at a time. That's my old server. Not mine. I used to be a moderator on there. It's one of the older PvE survival servers in Minecraft. Okay, let's just make sure I haven't broken it. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So there's a couple of issues here. The button, the placement of the button is still a problem. Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of like this with more players and a world border and shorter cycles and more vanilla. It's definitely more vanilla than this. All right. So the button placement, like I was saying, is kind of a problem here. Where did those blocks go? Oh, they're right here. Because if I put it here, which seems logical, ooh, that's not what I was trying to do. It would actually block the dispensers. It would power the dispensers once and prevent them from working. We ran into that on the last stream. So maybe we move it up one. Is that even possible? And then have a redstone trace here. So if we put the button here, if we put the button there and we have a redstone trace underneath it, it'll be fine. That's just not really an option either. Let's see, I'm just kind of juggling inventory right now. Kind of a pain in the butt. That works the same. Wait, what are we doing? Are we getting rid of Noble? Is there a purge? I'm everybody. I have no idea what you guys are on about. I have no idea what you guys are on about. As far as I can tell, it's just petty cruelness. But that doesn't work because I'm not actually getting a signal. So let's see if we can run the signal line a little differently. This is in the way. No more deaths. So how to solve? Well, what we could do is have this empty out into two separate chests, one on each side. That would require 2 extra hoppers, but it would allow me to put the button in the same place. So let's go make 2 extra hoppers, I guess. And I still have enough iron for 2 extra hoppers. Thanks again for the Iron Noble. Comes in handy. And really, I can't carry the chests. Wasn't I making 2 hoppers? I seem to remember I was making 2 hoppers. Ugh. How hard can this be, right? When you close it, do you disconnect from it? Sorry, I keep missing like one line of chat, not knowing what's going on. It's a little weird. I'm gonna have to put together a little build chest so I can store some stuff here. It's driving me nuts. Remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube and you want to join us, the URL is play.1mc3.com. Please feel free to swing on by. We mostly do PvE, but we also have a Toybox minigame server, and we have our Tribalcraft server. All worth checking out, as well as our Skyblock server, which everybody seems to have forgotten about. Let's see. All right. Cleared up a few inventory slots. Hey, also Zex. What's up? And then let's see, we run this down into one chest. We place another chest here. So we break this one. That's fine. We break this. We run hopper into here, and then the other hopper will go into the other chest, which we're going to place elsewhere. First of all, it looks like I need to get rid of all of these pearls. Huh. Okay, that worked. Not sure why, but it worked. And I got the other chest properly in my inventory. Goes here. There, like that. And now we don't need this anymore, which means we can run the redstone signal from one block up without interfering with anything. And again with the inventory. Oh, the dispenser's not going to be accessible. I'm going to put carpet over it. Because yes, otherwise you could do that. Well, I was thinking carpet, but slabs are fine too. Either way works. So this, you know, when the button's pressed, it will actually block these, but that's not important. All right, let's double check. Ha! Beautiful. She's a beaut! Why are we just assuming we're having a costume contest? Is that just something we do now? You know, slabs might not be a bad idea because I have kind of a dark oak trail going here anyway. So we can kind of just hide the dispensers under the trail. Up to 900 cubits already, huh? Might as well just do that. No, you didn't. And then let's see what we have to do the paving with. Got some cobble, and I slapped down a couple of upside down stairs and it'll be fine. Nobody can tell the difference. Right? Okay. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Kits that I like on Toy Box. Huh. Go for it. Find kits that you like on Toy Box. That's too damn bad, Zex. That is too damn bad. Mind you, you pretending you have a wife is like the funniest thing I've heard all day. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's get up there and do the rest of the roof. And I'm out of slabs, but let's add just a little bit of non-boringness to the roof too. All right, DK, take it easy. See you next time, man. $14 is not quite enough, is it? This should be, though. All right, that should just about do it. And the building seems a little big, but that's not a huge deal. Scratch round before I go. Scratch round. Okay, so there's the donation chest, and what we'll do, I think, is put a ladder in the back so that people can easily get up to the top and put in the pearls. Like this. Oh yeah, Scratcher on Twitch, gotcha. Cool. All right, there we go. So we'll do some signage and and we'll be good to go here. Excellent. Some lights. We'll pretty it up a little bit. It needs some decor. But other than that, all right, Pearl Dispenser is ready. I am pleased. Back to the scoreboard, I guess. Your wife is a parrot. You realize that, right? I'm just saying. I don't want to be the one to point out bad news, but that's not a person. I don't know why I have all of this random food here. I think it's just stuff people put in the Pearl Dispenser. Alrighty, I am pleased. Is it Toy Box time? Are we playing some Toy Box? Y'all up for some Toy Box? We can play a few rounds. 2v2 Rocket Rangers. Why not? play some Rocket Rangers, folks. This is not what we're playing. And while we're waiting here at spawn, let me take a moment to thank our most recent contributors, Zex, and Pi. Thanks for chipping in. If y'all want cool flair, do please consider typing /buy anywhere in game. And choose a package that's right for you. There are no actual in-game advantages or anything. We don't play that way, but you do get awesome flair. Starting at a whopping $3 a month. So, hey, help support the server, help me pay those server bills, and get some cool flair for yourself. What's not to like? Alright, we are 1 player short here. Really? Nobody? Shall I take the tank? Why not? And we got 3 players. Party. Party hardy. Or hardly, as the case may be. Alright, good luck, guys. Happy hunting. I got Flyboy. Whee! Okay, that's kind of hard to do the whole gaining altitude rapidly thing, but not impossible. And Noble got me again. That never takes very long. I always try, but it never quite works out. Ow! Bumped my head on spawn. Nice. Didn't even get a hit in. All right. Not over yet. Just nearly is all. Where the hell is that control point? It doesn't really matter. It just got capped. On to the next one. I have no idea. I haven't seen him. I must be beneath it. Yeah, there it is. You'd think I could get a hit in, right? Yeah, so I'm out of rockets. Alright, well, I'd like to say that was fun, but it wasn't. So let's do something else. Inferno? Darkest Night? I'm always up for Darkest Night. I'm just going to type /TPS and show you that the TPS is in fact 19.8. So you saying lag over and over again doesn't make it real. There's not a whole lot going on Toy Box, especially not with Rocket Rangers. So there's no real reason for you to be experiencing lag. It's not like they're complicated maps or a lot of entities or anything. The only thing is like the particles for the updraft. Alright, so we got some Darkest Night going. That's always fun. What are you talking about, Zex? 993 qubits? Almost up to 1,000, huh? What are you going to do once you hit 1,000? Anything awesome, or are you just going to keep saving? That's 10,000, dude. 10,000. Alright, good luck, guys. Oh, jeez. We're all stuck in a corner here. Alright, where are my zombie buddies at? Plenty of meteors. Not many zombies. Really? Seriously? No zombies? Who writes this shit? How are there just no zombies? There's one way over there. Lord knows I'm not going to get that one. Ah! I found a zombie. Lovely. One zombie so far. There's another one. Seems very light on the zombies right now. I haven't really had time to do anything about, you know, Toy Box in a while, but I'd like to do some revisions soon. You know, up the zombie count a little bit. Jeebus. Why are these guys so impossible to hit? Alright, well, we got some zombies now. That's better. What is OWS? Jesus, Noble's already at 20 kills. .24. Well done. Under 2 minutes. That's a good one, too. Let's see what the record is. Darkest Night Times 152. That's a new record for the last 6 months anyways. Congratulations. Very nice. It's very nice. We like it very much. Inferno? Down for some Inferno. Why the hell not? Inferno's always fun. If you haven't played it before, Inferno is like a 5-minute UHC in the Nether. I guess I'll go for the tank again. Yeah, you know, it's mostly just the Noble show. Every time we play UHC these days, he's the only one who really ever wins. As you can see on the overall win-loss ratios here. But so it goes. I'm down to 12%. I'm in dead last. Which is embarrassing. Cool, Turkey. We're very much looking forward to seeing what you come up with. I don't want to show it on stream yet. It's It should be a bit of a surprise when it's all done. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm dead last of anybody who's won a game in the last 3 months. But at least, yes, I have won a game in the last 3 months. Oh, that was the world border. Didn't realize it was quite so close. So I'm not entirely sure this is where I want to be, but I'm here now, so whatever. Head on back up the hard way. Alright, well, Flyboy got a kill. Congratulations. Alright, I'm somewhere less dreary now. That's good. Okay, I think I'm in a three-way now. That's not really my idea of fun. Well, there we go. I try. I really do try. But never seem to last very long. Let's just spectate Noble. Hello? Why? There we go. Alright, now we're officially spectating Noble. Who is apparently happy to do this forever. Okay, we may be here for a while. I think Newton has, Zex has decided to just build some fortifications up there. Should have shot that zombie, man. He's got a couple of hits in. Zex is down to red now. So that's progress. Remember, guys, if you want to join us, that URL is play.1mc3.com. We're on our Toy Box minigame server now. Written from scratch. Lots of cool minigames. Down to black. This is just going to go on for a little while, and then he's going to get shot once, and it'll be over. So we're just waiting for the... waiting for the inevitable hit now. Take it easy, man. See you next time. I mean, there's no chance if he goes into the overtime box. Unless X has some, see, easy. I was going to say unless he still has some potions, but he didn't. Alright, let's do another round of Inferno. Yeah, there should be a rematch. These games are really fast, so there's no reason not to play another round, or 2, or 3, or 10, or a dozen, or 1,000. Meantime, let me see what's going on in Discord here. Not much. Alright, are we going to restart? Yes. Thank you. About time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, let's see. I had the tank last time. The warrior, honestly, here, 7 attack damage for this guy's sword. And the iron sword is 6. It's really marginal. And then there's the archer, which has a nice punch bow, but still not that impressive. So we'll go with the tank again. Life's too short for me to try to keep track of that, Noble. You keep track of it. Alright, good luck, guys. PvP countdown on this is insanely short. Yeah, I'm not even getting a hit in here. Not a single hit. It's incomprehensible. Alright, let's watch 6 this time. Zex is already dead. Just doesn't know it yet. Good times. Alright, it's kind of fun to lose over and over again, but not really that much fun, so I think that's enough toy box for today. I am a glutton for punishment, but there is a limit. Yeah, dude, post it, by all means. I'm sure people would like to see. Alright, so let's find something cool to do here on Doozy. We had the plan of making a train station here. I don't want to start on a railroad today, though. That would be a very time-consuming thing. Post it on Discord. Post it wherever you want, man. Upload it to YouTube. These guys must die. Nobody likes these guys. Alright, so this is done. Let's add a little bit of decor. I'm going to see if I can find a couple of glowstone to light it up, and we'll put up a sign. Where, though? Can't really fit it there. Have you guys seen the sewers that I want to say Fallen Smoke made? We can totally go check those out. Really? Seriously? It is extra mobby here today. Look at this. Alright, y'all still need to die, though. There's still a skeleton trying to kill me. Come on, skeleton. He dropped that bow. Let's go see if it was any good. I mean, I know it's not better than my bow, but it still might be worth a look. What do we got? Power 1. Boring. So, back to the Spleef arena then, huh? See if there's actually anything I can do with this scoreboard. I'm starting to think I'm just going to take it out, because it's been driving me nuts for a little too long now. And you know, it's clear I could fit this in. I just need more vertical space. So in order to get a signal down here, and this is the challenge, right? And we've been over this like a dozen times so far, so I'll do the short summary in case anybody new is watching. But the scoreboard uses item hoppers to advance the score, and the idea here is that it needs to be on by default. So I'm gonna go grab some more andesite or smooth stone or something. Is your internet connection that terrible? That's awful. What do you have, like dial-up? Really, dude? Why are you not on fire? I guess he was under this. Still, I feel like he should have been on fire. Hey, Ruben got a roof on his place. Excellent, well done. You live in the boonies, huh? That is unfortunate. Here we go, lots and lots of andesite. This is kind of my material of choice right now for redstone surfaces, just because we have a lot of it for some reason. Oops. I thought 2 swipes would do it, but I was wrong. Dirt roads and DSL, huh? Let's see, do I still have torches? Yes. And I know I still have repeaters and stuff, but I left them in the build chest. Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but I have friends who live up in the foothills here, and they have to drive longer than that to get to a supermarket. Let's see, just a bunch of random stuff here that I don't really need. And that should be enough spots freed up. All right, let's go get those repeaters, and I guess what I'll do is I'll just wire this up and then decide how high the ref box needs to be. I don't think it's a bad thing to have the ref box high up. It might actually make the view better. I'm just thinking about the aesthetics of the entire thing. Not sure it's going to look great. It's gone quiet again. Remember, guys, if you want to join us on play.1mc3.com, you are welcome to. Got a couple of really nice servers here, lots of cool custom content. And we can definitely use more players. And of course, please feel free to follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, depending on what you're watching on. Do I? I think you want me to want to. Is that the implication here? That sounds like the implication here. All right. More fun with redstone today. And I keep trying to go to the right. There's no hole there. Not that I couldn't cut one, but there isn't. Yeah, I get that distinct impression. Hold on a second. Let me work on this for a little while, and then I will ask you nicely if I may please see your work in progress. How's that sound? Not what I was trying to accomplish. Endermen look weird from the top. I've never realized that before. Took me a little while to work out what I was looking at. Alright, so this is kind of not optimal. I mean, this will work, but it's wider than the box, and I'd like to keep everything inside the box. So what we'll do instead is we'll put it at the back. Because making the box deeper is no big deal. That's just fine. We'll put the torch here instead. Dude, go away. Creep. Yeah, just link it in. Try to get me banned. Just link it in Discord somewhere, and I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to check it out. So, this then needs to go to a button somewhere. And the button needs to be It needs to be in the control box, which will probably be about here. And it needs to not interfere with these. And that's so far been the problem. So what I'm thinking is we just raise this up to like here. And the refs are kind of looking down on the game, which doesn't seem like a bad idea anyway, because that should make for a pretty good view. If anybody wants to help out, I can probably use some gray glass for this, for making part of the floor glass, because if we're going to be this high up, I think the floor should probably be partially glass. It'll basically be like a skybox. And then for now, I'm just going to kind of put a temporary floor in, I guess. No, I'm just going to actually put the floor in. There's no reason to make a temporary floor. That would just be a little silly. There are other problems here too. I still need to send a signal down to the boxes from up here, and I'm just going to have a bunch of redstone running under the floor. So check this out. This is the floor, right? So let's say we have a switch here. That means that underneath this, we need a level to put the redstone on. Okay, well done. Now let's use an axe. And this is fine. This won't interfere. Oh, it does, because of course it does. I can't even place it here. I have to go even higher, basically. This is ridiculous. This is getting completely out of control. I need to be done with this. I'm going to tear it down. And we're going to scratch the scoreboard or come up with a completely different concept. Different location, I don't know. But anyways, this is just taken too much of my life, and I am officially over it. I should be using... I don't think I need Silk Touch for redstone lanterns. No. A book, yeah. Exactly. At some point, I just want to play some Spleef. I mean, that would be nice, right? In a Spleef arena, being able to actually play Spleef. By dip from your second period class? What the hell? I thought all of the kids vape these days. Dipping? Really? Man. Must be hard to be bad in the 21st century. Best you can come up with is dipping. I so don't want to come to Tennessee. Why would I want to come to Tennessee? Let's park this stuff, go scoop up whatever else I dropped, and move on with my life. See, he had the decency to die in 2 hits. Said the man who has to drive 20 minutes to get to a frickin' grocery store. Yeah, I'm not going to take your word on that one if it's all the same to you. I do love my elevator. I feel like that's the wrong particle. Has the particle changed on the elevators? Wasn't it once a redstone particle? Alright, does anybody want to help me out by supplying me with maybe half a stack of light gray glass? Did I put my logs away? I must have. It's alright. It's not like I'm anywhere near running out of logs. From Cuba. Yeah, somehow I doubt that too. Also, can somebody sleep? Is there anybody left? There are players on. Sure, somebody somewhere can sleep, right? Okay, I think that's all of the drops. I also still need hay for the ground level. I've still got a lot of stuff I need to gather to get this all put together. And I keep trying to go the wrong way. Through here, over here, up here. It's all very temporary. Alright, I guess I gotta run down to the parrot and sleep. It's all good. No worries. Remember, guys, if you want to come play Minecraft with us, you can. I'm also not entirely clear why there's like a gazillion torches here. If you want to light the place up, great. Don't just slap torches down everywhere. That bugs me. We got some streetlight designs you can use. Pretty straightforward. 7 minutes left on the upload. And this is like a 1-minute video. You should have just scaled it down to like 6.8, 640 or something. Instead of doing it at full resolution. Remember, folks, we can always use new players. Play.1mc3.com is that URL. Come join us. All right. Fresh start. Ref box. A little unclear what's going on here. Is the ref box... I don't see any reason why the ref box shouldn't be this wide. This seems okay. I'm just thinking, you know, if we have glass here, if we have glass blocks here, it's going to be kind of a mess because you won't be able to see what's happening in the corners. And we want good visibility from the ref box. So we could make the entire front out of glass. Let me go get some glass. I guess nobody else has any. I probably shouldn't have too much trouble finding some sand back at my base. And while I'm there, I'll harvest the wheat as well so I can get started on the floor. I have a wheat farm. It's not a huge one, but it'll do. Ooh, lag spike there. Not sure what that was about. To Stateliest, New Stateliest, I think that's what we're calling it. Yes, New Stateliest. And when I say we, I mean me. Onwards. I have not had a new follower in 7 days, folks. How's that for least popular streamer on Twitch? I shouldn't complain. I know there are like hundreds, probably thousands of people streaming right now without a single viewer. So I shouldn't complain. I have nothing monetized, Noble. Literally nothing monetized. I do not earn a penny from the actual streams. So don't feel guilty. Should have taken the train. I have a train to my base. I always forget that I have a train to my base, and I always end up walking instead. Because, as previously stated, I am SMRT smart. Flyboy's first diamonds on doozy, folks. Congratulations, man. Feels good. Yes, Gast. Server, yeah, I pay for the server myself. Total bill for the server and the domain and DDoS protection and all this stupid stuff is it's about $50 a month. Most months I end up chipping in some of it. Some months, you know, somebody like Pyle will put down a nice generous donation and I'll be good for the month. But that's fine, I don't mind. Don't look at me, I'm not going to hate you. He's like taunting me. He's like, yeah, try that on me, buddy. Well, it seems like a lot, but considering that we are running dedicated hardware in a professional server farm, it's actually pretty cheap. I'm not renting a $7 server from Beast Node here. This is the real deal. A pick. You always need to start with a pick. Thank you, new follower in 7 days. That'll be the next follower will be in 7 days from now, right? There you go. That's what you could do. You could go buy an enchanted pick from Noble. How's the audio mix, by the way? It seems to me like the game noise might be a little too loud, but let me know. So, it's not like I don't have wheat. I do need to empty out my inventory before I harvest. Curse of Vanishing. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like the best idea ever. Efficiency 4 for 4 diamonds? That doesn't sound bad. Alright, I still haven't even begun to sort through my stuff in my chests here, so unloading is basically just the dumping off of the stuff here. And I kind of still need that redstone. I'm still using that. Hey, doggy. Did you miss me? I haven't been home in a while. He's always glad to see me. Really, I only have one cube. Well, I guess it doesn't matter that I only have one cubic because someone will follow spam him. Somebody actually did that. I think I mentioned it on stream, but about a week ago I woke up and I had 200 new followers on Twitch. Wasn't me. But somebody paid $5 to buy me some followers. Yay. Just seeing if I have spare wheat here. I don't think I do. Usually I harvest, feed it directly to the cows. Cool, Noble. We are looking forward to checking it out. Oh, I do have some. Processing doesn't take too long on a short video. Alright. Let's see how many wheat blocks we can get from a single harvest here. Oop, fell in the water. Alright, Flyboy, take it easy, man. See you next time. Should take Noble up on that offer, though. What's my dog doing? Did he find something to attack? Is that not my dog? That might have been a wild one. See you, man. Really? Inventory full? Looks like. Well, we'll solve that pretty easily. Just replanting should solve that. farming in Minecraft is kind of relaxing. So I've actually been spending a little bit of time on the Vanilla Plus server that I've talked about before, and one of the things I'm looking at is Pam's Harvest Craft. It is obviously by far the most popular food mod, but it seems kind of futile to me. I mean, all of the food that you can make with Harvest Craft might be fun if you want to run a make-believe pizzeria, but there are very few of them that have any like significant benefits over just whatever regular in-game food you're already eating. So I don't know what the reasoning is, other than, you know, that it enhances the PvE experience for some people. Quark is really nice. Quark has some awesome additions. It has a lot of stuff that you'd think should be in vanilla, but aren't, like slabs and steps for almost every block in the game. It also has some interesting detectors and a couple of redstone things that seem like they're pretty cool. Like there's a redstone block that will trigger when you look at it, kind of like an Enderman. All kinds of neat things in Quark. And also, you know, I've talked about it before, Biomes of Plenty and more creatures and Archimedes, which is now Da Vinci's Vessels. I don't know if it's a fork, but that seems to be the primary version of it now. And those two have come along pretty nicely. One thing I'm looking at is trying to decide whether to go with 110 or 112. A lot of the major stuff has been updated to 112, but a lot of the management stuff hasn't, so there's no world guard for 112 yet, for example. So that would mean, you know, if I want to have any kind of ability to manage regions and things like that, I'd either have to come up with something else like Feed the Beast utilities, like FTB utilities. Cool, Noble. We'll check it out later. Well, I'll check it out later. I don't speak on behalf of anybody else, but I will check it out. What was it again? It's just you playing Inferno, right? Maybe we can learn something. Stately XD. I'm pretty sure that's not me, but thank you, Stately XD. Stately Smiley. Smiley Stately. For the follow. I appreciate it. Very cool. 2 new follows in one day. It's a banner day here at 1mc3.com. Okay, that's basically my entire crop harvested. Let's see how many wheat blocks that... This is stupid. That's not how you do this. That's probably less than half of what I need. But we'll see. Alright, let's go ahead and do the last batch here. At least it's a nice round number. Alright, 37 hay bales. A couple more rounds. Maybe I'll... Oh, look at the little guy. He's injured. Here, have some pork chops. He's... Oh, nah, he's not injured. He's not mine. He's a wild puppy. No collar. Didn't even realize. Let's grab some bones. See if we can give Fido here a little friend. Come here, boy. I got some bones for you. One of the things that Quark did that I thought was really neat is villagers will follow you if you're holding an emerald block in your hand. That seemed like a very sane, sensible addition to vanilla Minecraft. I'm still just playing around with it. I don't have any kind of timeline for you guys yet. But it's not fallen completely off the radar, even though, you know, Tribal Craft has taken up most of my development time lately. No sand and no glass, is that how it's going to be? I have some glass, not a lot. Almost certainly not enough. Moe's Creature mod? I'm not familiar with Moe's Creature mod. Do you mean more creatures? Mo creatures? It's not Moe's Creature mod, it's Mo Creatures. It's short for more creatures. Yes. That one is very popular. There are a few creatures in there that you kind of have to disable. There's I think it's a stone golem or something. And that one just causes so much block damage. But yeah, more creatures is an excellent mod, and it's definitely one that I'd like to use. My bedroom's very Spartan. I should pretty it up. I do have a neat little enchanting area up here, but my house is still pretty bare. All right, let's check the furnaces. I might have left some glass in these. No, but food is good. Still pretty good on food for now. You can, I suspect, turn it off, but at that point there's no point in having the mob at all, because that's kind of the only thing it does. It doesn't pick up blocks, it breaks blocks. It cuts this big swathe through, and it's only like 1 block high, so it can get into redstone, and it's a mess. Also, the werewolf is really irritating, because it's really irritating. Well, the Enderman here pick up block speed by design. That's not obnoxious enough to need to disable it, in my opinion. A few more glass. That's not enough. All right, let's go find some sand. It's not that he's loud. I mean, yes, he's loud, and that's irritating. It's the daytime character, the audio clip where he says, "Stop, you're hurting me." It's so infuriatingly stupid. It just makes me want to punch the screen. So I don't really like that guy. I didn't even take any damage from that. I don't know how close he was, but he can't have been very close, right? I'm talking about one of the mobs in the More Creatures mob. There's a werewolf that changes from a person to a werewolf, and the audio clips for that thing are just infuriating bad. Just look on YouTube for More Creatures werewolf. You'll find it. It shouldn't be too hard to come by. You know, I don't need a whole lot of sand. I got a shallow little pond here with a bunch in the bottom, so we'll just do this the easy way. The easy way will involve me keeping my head above water. There we go. All right. Let's see what we ended up with there. 8? Really? Where'd the rest go? Oh, there it is. How unexciting. 52. Let's go for a full stack here. That should probably be a full stack. Yep. And change. Well, we'll put the end change back because I have no use for it right now, and it's just an inventory slot. There we go. All right, we got some sand. I need bone meal. That can't possibly be hard to come by, and I need some squink. And that, I think I have some. We'll head back to base real quick to get it, and then we should be able to start building the ref box. Thought I saw a name tag there for a second. Probably my imagination. Tribal has made me paranoid. And while we're here, we'll check in on the village, see how everything's going. These guys are dead. I had a couple of priests in there because they were being infuriating. Yeah, my villagers, they all like hanging out on this side of the village these days. I'm not seeing a whole lot of them right now. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I have... Oh, some more wheat. That's good. Pretty sure I have some squid ink. Not here, apparently. Their baby... I don't think they ever actually had a baby. They never had the opportunity. I mean, they were in the killatorium, though, so let's not be too surprised. Protection 1, Unbreaking 1 for 17 emeralds. That's not really fantastic. Hey, we got a little baby librarian there. Cool. This is my Unbreaking 2 pick for 15. That's not bad. I mean, I get why they're hanging out back there, because I put a lot of doors in those buildings, and it kind of pulls the center of the build that way. This whole corner here is completely empty. I haven't seen a villager down this way in forever. Villager behavior is just kind of weird. They tend to cluster together, and it's hard to get them to spread out or behave normally. So, yeah, all of the villagers are over on that side. But, hey, they can do what they want to. I'm not the boss of them. If I don't like what they're doing, I just throw them into the killatorium. Let's check here. We got 11 out of a maximum of 12 with 37 houses. Yeah, that side of the village isn't even counting. Did you lose everything? Are you broke, Driggy? Alright, well, the crops are growing in. That's fine. Excellent. 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 Where's my squink? I need my squink for my glass. And I don't know, man. I might not have any. You can also use white flowers for light gray ink. Really? No squink? Poop. Oh, here's some. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and actually make the glass into what I want it to be. I do need some bone meal. I don't need these seeds. Huge piles of extra seeds do not make me happy. I also don't have a garbage can here. Where do you start? Acua? The starter planet is called Acua. No, you crash. It starts off with you crash landing on a planet. You get some basic supplies. And then you kind of go out, explore the planet, start gathering resources. You start off with one blueprint, I think, for a motorcycle, and you kind of have to flesh it out from there. It is a fun game. I posted it earlier. It's on sale for $10 for the next few days, I think maybe until the end of the month. And it is well worth it. I'm a big fan. It's a little like Ark, and it's a little like No Man's Sky, and it's a little like Space Engineers. Sorry, it definitely falls into that category of start from nothing, build stuff, survival games. The biggest difference with Empyrean is that you can build giant capital ships and fly to other planets. I mean, huge capital ships that you can walk around in. You can make them entirely self-sufficient. And that is kind of the main draw of the game. I just need one more bone, I think. Maybe two. Ah, here we go. More bone meal. Excellent. So, let's see. I put the squink away. Grab the squink again. Bumpy dumpy dumpy dum. Bubbity dumpy dum. 1, 2. Alright, that's a lot of light gray dye. That's all I need. And I should probably make the sand into glass, huh? It is multiplayer. It's multiplayer with dedicated server support, actually. PvP or PvE. So yeah, you can have multiple people on a ship. It's not like Pulsar where you need multiple people to pilot the ship, but it is fully multiplayer. And there are dedicated servers out there that are not half bad. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's a pretty good single-player experience. There's also a system of blueprints. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Well, a lot of saddles, anyway. And a Power 4 Unbreaking 3 bow. What have I got? Power 5 Unbreaking 3 and Infinity. That's still a pretty good bow. I'm gonna put that away somewhere. Maybe fix it up and sell it, or give it away to somebody at some point. Because that's the kind of thing. Well, I'd be happy with it. I don't know about other people, but I sure would be. I haven't seen a single chat on YouTube so far today. I'm not entirely sure if it's even properly loaded. If you were watching on YouTube and I haven't responded to you, I think my YouTube notifier might not be updating, so I apologize for that. And remember, guys, if you do want to join us here at play.1mc3.com, you are welcome to. We run a dedicated server farm here. We've got 4 or 5 different servers, depending on whether you count things like our planning server. Been around for a couple of years, dedicated hardware, good performance, halfway decent community. You know the drill. So come play with us. Best time to hop on is usually when I'm streaming, or the few hours before that. There tend to be people online. Alright, I think we probably have enough now. Let's see. 30 is... yeah. 30 should be fine. No, I need 32 to actually properly dye them all. 36? 32. I math good. I math real good. Alright, I got 42 of those, and... excellent. And I managed to pick up those dumb seeds again. Lovely. Or maybe those were just still in my inventory from last time. Alright, I got the glass I need. I got some spare glass, just in case. A few things to offload here. Let's put this bow away. If anybody wants that, just give me a holler. I'll repair it for you even before I ship it out to you. And we'll put the dye and the bone meal and the squink away. And we'll head on back to the Spleef Arena and see if we can get just a little bit more done today. It's gone kind of quiet. It's just me and Ruben now. And Ruben might be AFK. I haven't heard from him in a little while. Or maybe he's working on his secret thing. Wonder who makes it look bad. I'm just being facetious, guys. You know I love you. Wow. Transfer rate just spiked to 4.5 megabits there. I am so glad I got that 1050 Ti. I mean, the performance difference in Minecraft isn't that noticeable, but before I had it, I was using CPU encoding on my streams because the hardware encoding on AMD just wasn't cutting it for me. It didn't look good. And the hardware encoding on NVIDIA, what I'm using now, A, looks pretty darn good, and B, it's just effortless. It doesn't crash, it doesn't kerplode, it doesn't do anything horrible. It just kind of works. And there's something to be said for that. You know what I might have to do is actually come up with a handicap system for Toy Box. Basically just start Noble off with 3 hearts instead of 10. Because I gotta admit, this isn't much fun for pretty much anybody if you just know Noble's gonna win. Y'all good sports about it, don't get me wrong. Oh, hello! This is why we have infinity bows. Stop jumping when I'm trying to hit you! All of you need to die. Oh, I guess I got him. I thought there was one more down here. Oh, there he is. 2. I got a twofer. And really? Not one drop between the lot of them? Gee, thanks, guys. Barely even worth killing. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I like being cruel to Ziggs occasionally. Thing is, they never seem to really mind getting pushed in the lava. Pretty sure you could like name tag a Zig, push him in the lava, and come back a year later, and he'd just be standing in the lava going, "Ugh, I'm okay with this." One of the things that I need to do for the new tribal craft, I've talked about the refactoring that I'm doing. One of the biggest things is that when I wrote the code for both the encounters and the heads, I set it all up to only work in the overworld because I didn't envision having multiple worlds or wanting to have encounters in the nether, and that was stupid because I absolutely want encounters in the nether and in the end. So I did a quick evaluation of what it would take to refactor everything, and for just the encounters, it's not too bad. It's like 80 different locations where I need to adjust code. But for the heads, there's like 370 different places where I have to make alterations in order to allow heads to work properly in arbitrary worlds. And one of the reasons I want to do that is scalability. I've been working on a system where you can have multiple worlds that are not actually on a single server, but that act like they're on a single server. So in the simplest case, the very simplest thing you could possibly do with it is you could put the nether and the end on a different piece of hardware than the overworld. But you could also split up your world in 2 parts and move people from one server to another as they cross the equator or something like that. Oh, jeez. Little jerks. I mean, that code actually does work. The only real issue with it is there is a delay in transferring between worlds that can be up to like 10 seconds because the inventory needs to be moved back and forth and the health information and stuff, and it takes a while for that information to get where it's supposed to be. Why, Ruben? Let me get this hay in place. You're working on something. You wanted to show me, right? That's why. So give me just a sec, and I'll come on over. I'm already at your hotel anyway. That's Ruben's hotel right there. Give me a sec. Won't be long. I just want to put this hay down. It is way too mobby here. I gotta start lighting this place up. Oh, good. And there's a spider. Alright, yeah, give me a sec. I will come inspect the cool thing shortly, as soon as I can work out how to actually get into my own spleef arena. Being that I'm clearly a blithering idiot, that's kind of hard. And he left. Okay. Didn't want to wait a sec. Hello, Zambi. And this, I don't know what that is. It doesn't really matter. So, what I think we're going to do is just put it all down like this. And the reason we're doing this is because this stuff prevents 75% of fall damage. So with this fall distance, I think you shouldn't take any damage. I'm not 100% sure. But if you do, it won't be much to worry about, at the very least. Your router kerplode again. You know, routers aren't expensive. You can get decent routers for not much money. So yeah, this is looking like it's going to be 5 more harvests before I have a full field set up here. Like I said, super mobby here. Alright, let's go check in with Ruben, see what he's working on. Remember guys, we're going to do a base tour soonish. I'll announce it on Discord, but if you want to show off anything you've built in the last month or two that hasn't been shown on stream yet, or even if it has, just let me know in advance. Like I said, we'll get the dates sorted out, and I'll make sure that everybody knows in advance. Is this your elevator? Could you not afford an elevator block? Because they're not that expensive. There's nothing here. That's like a mystery area. Oh, no, it's not. There's a staircase over here that allows you to get up there. But it does seem like kind of an odd setup. All right, Ruben, show me what you got. Cool. Down we go. What you working on here? You got an ocean view. And by ocean view, I mean hole in the wall. So level 1. You got bats, man. You got an infestation down here. You should name tag them and cage them. Also, multiple creepers. Little dark corner here, man. Cool. What you gonna have down here? Have you decided what it's gonna be yet, or are you just kind of working it out as you go along? I'm telling you, man, you should name tag those bats. That's always good fun. Looks good, Ruben. Yeah, looks good. You should use a trapdoor or something to get in there, though. I'm sure that'll be revised once everything's set up. Cool. Good stuff. All right, so ref box. And I'm gonna get this thing finished I might revisit the scoreboard, but I'm not going to hold up the entire freaking Spleef arena because I so urgently need a scoreboard. What should we do with the ref box, guys? The options here are I could either like... This is the playing field, right? Right here, that's the playing field level. So the level I'm standing on is the same level the players are going to be on. And we could have a raised ref box, like up here, so you could look down on the players. It needs to be at least 3 blocks high if it's going to overlap the field. So if I were to do that, it would have to be something like this, but you would have a fantastic view of the field from there. And I might even be able to like set it up so there's a ref box and like a couple of small sky block boxes next to it. Might be fun. Maybe we can make a skybox. And then let's see. So simplest setup here is put in the glass in the floor so you can look down and see what's going on. Like that. And then just have a regular floor from there on out. Does this leave a blind spot if you're standing here? If you're standing here, you effectively don't have a blind spot. There's like a tiny little corner there that might not be ideal, but you can move around and get to it. The other option would be to just take out the wood entirely and just make it like a glass cage. And this literally lets you see the entire field with no problems at all. So I'm halfway tempted to do this, have it kind of be a balcony, and then have an actual ref box here. There's no reason for this to be glass. Let me make sure I'm using my Silk Touch. And I'm thinking maybe we'll make it narrower. This seems kind of wide. So we could move the posts in one block on either side, and that would still be just fine, like so. Okay, I don't need those bones. I've just been picking those up off all of the skeletons I've been murdering. In fairness, they were asking for it. They were looking at me funny. So, ref box, a balcony for them to stand on while the game is in progress, and then there's a room back here that they can withdraw into. And we'll do the back the same way. We still need to run a lot of redstone down, so we'll probably have like a machine area back here where all of the signals go to. But I think that's going to have to wait for another day, because I am going to call it an evening. Tomorrow, if everything goes according to plan, we're going to have this Spleef arena up and running, minus the scoreboard, granted. That will be my my eternal shame, I suppose. But we are going to be able to play some Spleef tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. So with that, thank you for tuning in, and on behalf of myself and everybody here on play.1mc3.com, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Take it easy, folks. Peace out.